Hello, I'm Ross Statham. I'm also an amateur pilot, and I'd like to discuss some comparisons between flight planning and successful federal technology projects. So here's a scenario. A charter pilot is given an assignment to fly executives to another state. So, is the pilot qualified, trained, fully current? Do they understand all of what's expected of them before and during that flight? Do they have everything ready for the flight and have the route selected? Do they have a method identified to keep the passengers informed? Well, of course they do. My own flight planning begins long before I get to the airport and continues all the way through to the very end of the flight. That's right, I plan until I land. My job is to ensure that the aircraft is in great shape, that I select the right route, that I understand the weather along the entire flight and know how much time and what kind of resources we're going to need. Planning means I calculated my fuel, I identified in advance problems that could arise. Those could be unexpected headwinds or changing weather or mechanical problems that might crop up. During all of this, I'm concerned about my passengers. I want to make sure that they have a safe, comfortable ride. And I'm sure you can see those parallels. Wise federal contractors will only say yes selectively. I've seen too many contractors get sideways because they tried to stretch their capabilities beyond what they were qualified to do. Pilots know their limits, and they stay well within those limits. We should all do the same. The planning should start from the very first contact you make with that agency, long before the proposal stage, and should continue while you're qualifying and shaping that opportunity. And when you do win the work, make sure that the flight planning you already had started continues through the very end of the project. Because just like flight planning, have the destination in mind. There's a lot of moving parts and pieces along the way, but you already know that, I'm sure. It's the job of the pilot and of the contractor to get passengers there on time and on budget, and to communicate along the way. Get them there safely, on time, and happy. They sure don't need to see the pilot fumbling with the controls, just like they don't want to see you, the contractor, fumbling with the controls either. They're paying you for your training and your past performance. Make sure then that you have stellar people lined up to do the work, not just people to fill the roles. Pilots don't take shortcuts. Don't take shortcuts either. All of this is just plain old common sense, combined with training, of course. I was taught during my service in the military how to plan, how to accomplish a mission, and how to support the larger team. So remember, you and me, we have a mission to take care of our passengers. We should never lose sight of that. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching these videos. As always, I read your comments, and a thumbs up is always appreciated. Take care.